So this is the piston out of the 336 cubic inch Pontiac motor that was seized. You can see I'm just picking away at it. The rings are jammed in there, of course, but it's not too bad. There's nothing wrong with the bore. The lighting's not the best in here, but I'll see what I can show you. Got the lighting. That might help. So this is labelled a 326 out of the Pontiac here. And that's the cylinder there that piston came out of, and it's perfect. Like, there's no ridge or anything. Crank standard, and the bores are 30 over, so it's been fiddled with, and it was a real pleasure to pull apart because it's already been apart. You know, like the timing cover wasn't stuck on this stud. The harmonic balancer came off real nice and easy. And yeah, there's no major problems with it, other than, you know, it being seized, but it's not bad. It's not full of rust or anything. This is the Pontiac, so it's a 63 LeMans, Tempest LeMans, and it's really good, like amazingly good. The boot floor's got rust in it. Underneath the radiator there, I need to make a pan for the boot, so I'm going to replicate the boot exactly and just replace it, like the whole boot floor. But other than that, that's the original colour there. It's really nice gold colour, and I want to go back to that. So anywhere where it's still like this, I want to clean it, try to get the green off, and then get the car back together again, and then sort of do a, you know, just repair dents and whatever. There's no body rust in it on the exterior at all. And yeah, just dust it in so it's original again. I'm not going to do any modifications to it at all, just put it all back to standard. It's got a transaxle, so that shaft there is called a rope drive, which is a bit funny, but it's just a thin shaft that goes to the rear of the car, and at the back it's got a 2-speed automatic, so it's essentially independent suspension all round. And like, if you want to check your transmission fluid, you pull the dipstick out of that little hole there in the boot. But yeah, so someone bought it from the States. They cut the windscreen off here to get it in the container, which is a common method. You know, you can stack a heap of cars in. And something was pushing down on the steering wheel. The steering wheel's a bit bent, and I've noticed it came with a spare steering shaft, so that steering shaft might be bent. I've got to check it. And the front end, so this front panel here, see, it's this maroon colour, and the left hand guard is maroon as well, so it's been in a crash. And this rail here, by memory I checked it before, and it's pushed up a tad, like just a little bit. It wouldn't affect the way it drives, I think, but it would affect the fitment of the panels and whatever. Like, there's a fair bit of give in the panels anyway, but all I'm going to do is just check it, and if I've got to, I'll put a piece of wood in here, and then up here, and wrap a chain around it, tie it to an I-beam, and then put a bottle jack under it and just pull it back down, like push it up to pull it down. Like, the chain will go taut and it'll maybe I'll assess it. I don't want to wreck anything. I don't want to make it worse. And if it's not that bent, I'm just going to leave it. But this is all original. All this black paint in here. Like when they had this guard off to replace it, they've put some body deadener on the joins here. But like you can see here, there's the chalk mark. That's the factory chalk marks. Got another Pontiac's the same. But like under here, there's no rust at all. None in the sills. None in the floor. At all. Just amazing. For a convertible, you know. So it's been in the shed. And it's a bit of a jigsaw puzzle. All the parts, you know, they're all in higgledy-piggledy in bags and whatever. Like, he's tried to keep it in order, the dude, but like everything's here, I think, which is always the story. But might be a bit of damage here and there. But like that's the replacement guard, and see it says Tempest, the original guard, because it's a LeMans package. It says LeMans. And on the back here it says LeMans. And yeah, so where is the grill? Here's the original grill. I've got a replacement. So that's the original grill. It's all bent. But see that, 326. Pretty cool, eh? So that's the better badge. So yeah, but Pontiac had a thing where you weren't allowed to have a big motor in a small car like the GTO. When they put the 389 in, you know, they had to sort of fiddle it. This engine, in reality, is a it's the original motor, and it's labelled a 326, but in reality it's a 336. And there is no big block, small block Pontiac. Like Pontiac blocks are all, you know, there's no big and small one. They're all. So this being the small bore engine, it's very undistressed, and it'll have nice thick sidewalls on the block. And this crank here, see that accepts the rope drive, so that's unique. Like if you were to put another engine in it, you'd have to do some sort of conversion to bolt it to the rope drive. Yeah, these old things, they're made so well. Like, they're a pleasure to work on. You know, you get your 1/2-inch ratchet set out when you work on these. You're not fiddling with plastic clips. Like, the wiring as well in these GM cars is absolutely beautiful. Like, they're just so good. I'd say it's all neat, and all the plugs are real heavy duty, and it's great. It's all mechanical. Everything's mechanical on it. There's no BS. But yeah, that's the old Pontiac 63 LeMans. So I'm fiddling with it. I know what I need now with the motor. I'm satisfied that it's not a pile of rust. And yeah, I'll get on with it. In usual fashion, but I've got, you know, 1 million cars on the go at once. I'm just happy that it's in the shed now. It's not getting rained on because it's winter now. And yeah, I can comfortably come out here, put some mozzie repellent on and work on it at night or whatever. I'm just quietly toiling away on it. There's no major panel work to be done or anything, so just love it. The old Pontiac.